Join me for a few days in my life as a Norwegian living and working in Oslo. If you don't know me, I'm Victoria, I'm 32 years old and I lived in Oslo my whole life. Today I'm heading into the office, and on office days I usually wake up around 6:30. My morning routine is pretty quick. I like to sleep as long as I can and still get to work early. I usually aim to be at the office between 7:30 and 8, but technically we can show up anytime before 9. To make my mornings easier, I pick out my outfit and prep my coffee the night before. That way I can just grab my iced coffee from the fridge, throw it in my Stanley tumbler and head out. The subway is pretty packed during rush hour, but sometimes I get lucky and find a seat, which is always nice. The ride isn't too long anyway. I'm usually at the office within 30 minutes of leaving home. I won't go into too much detail about my job, but I work in finance. Most of my day is spent on the computer, dealing with various tasks, replying to emails, and attending the occasional meeting. At lunch, I sometimes like to go out and grab something to eat. Sometimes I bring a packed lunch and sometimes I eat in the cafeteria, but today I'm going out to get one of my go-to lunches, which is simit from Bakstub. It's kind of a bagel, but it's Turkish and it's with ham and cheese and it's so good and tasty. I also decided to try out a cafe I walked past a bunch of times but never actually been to. Though it's fairly new, I think it opened last year or something, so it's not like it's been there forever, but yeah, I wanted to try it out. Of course, I had to try their iced matcha latte with vanilla, and that's one of my favorite drinks, so I feel like it's a good way to tell if a place is actually good, and honestly, it was surprisingly good. So I sipped on that during my last meeting of the day. After work, I stopped by an Asian grocery store to pick up a few things I'd run out of. I always find it so fun to browse stores with different products than the usual grocery stores. I love trying out new foods and snacks, so I always end up buying more than I planned. So I do my nails at home with this gel lac kit, so I needed some more things for that, pre-cleanser and high shine cleanser. And I wanted some new colors, so I got these two, a light pink and a darker pink. They both look really nice, so I'm excited to try them out. This is my favorite lip balm or lip relief cream, but they don't really sell them a lot of places, so when I see them I really stock up. I bought some more of my favorite chocolate Quick Lunch, and this is a 6-pack. This is a really typical Norwegian brand and chocolate, so if you're not Norwegian and you go visit Norway, you should really get it. Try it. So it looks like this. You get 4 bars. It's often compared with a Kit Kat chocolate, but honestly I think this is so much better. So yeah, like I said, it's my favorite chocolate. It's just the best thing ever. A pack of vegetable dumplings. I've never tried this brand before, but I'm sure it's good. Same with this one, also new to me, and this is chicken and vegetables. We were out of QP mayonnaise, so I got some more, and this I use for and with a lot of different dishes. I got some rice paper to make summer rolls, Not today, but maybe next week. Rice noodles also for summer rolls. I've never tried this before, and I've also never tried this kind of mochi, only like the ice cream mochi. So in this pack you get, I think, 3 different flavors. Haricot Rouge, I have no idea what that is. And then you get taro and matcha. And taro and matcha I'm very familiar with. And they look like this. So I got 3 of these. Peanut satay sauce. This is really good. I've had it before. I like to make this with chicken, and then I mix one of these with coconut milk. So when you combine these 2 with chicken and add some rice on the side, you have a really simple and delicious meal. I also like to add some vegetables, maybe like broccoli on the side. So good. This is a super easy way of making boba tea, so I really like this pack. But the brown sugar one and taro, they are the best. I didn't really care for the matcha one, so yeah, that's a bit of a shame. I just didn't think this tasted like matcha. Probably because I make a really good matcha at home. But I figured I could just make my own iced matcha and then add the boba pearls from that one or something. So yeah, it's fine. Overall, highly recommend. So I just picked up this package and I'm so excited to open it. So I bought a new camera. This is the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. And I also got this, which is the DJI Osmo Action Mini Extension Rod. So this is going to be a part of my vlog camera collection. Hopefully, if I like it. It is an action camera, so it's important to note that because it's not meant for traditional vlogging. It will never be as good as a traditional vlogging camera. So I don't expect it to be better than what I'm using now, for example, which is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I love that camera, and if you're only going to buy one camera, I can highly recommend this one for vlogging. But what I don't always love about the Pocket 3 is that it's kind of delicate and fragile because it's a gimbal camera. So I don't always enjoy using it in public or when I'm just like out and about and I need to get my camera up quickly. I feel like it's a bit slow and I need to be very mindful of how I put it back in my purse, and it's a bit more delicate. I do already own an action camera. This is the GoPro Hero 10 Black. I've been using this a lot in my vlogs too, and I love the size and how compact it is and how easy it is for me to just place it down on different surfaces. Like for my use, I like to bring it with me when I'm like grocery shopping or at a cafe or taking the metro, like situations like that where it's very easy to just put it down and start recording, and then I will get my clip and then I will be out of there before anyone kind of notices what I'm doing, because I like to be discreet when I'm vlogging. I'm a bit shy like that, so that's why I love the size of it. So after doing a lot of research, I decided that the DJI Action Osmo Pro 5 was the best choice for me. While upgrading from the GoPro 10 to 13, the newest model, would probably still be a good upgrade. I feel like GoPro hasn't been able to keep up with the competition that well, especially now that DJI and Insta360 have entered the market for action cameras. I also considered the Insta360 Ace Pro 2, since it's supposed to be really good in low light, which is important to me because I'm going to be using it in everyday vlogging and not action adventures necessarily. But it was both more expensive and heavier. and I prefer my camera to be as lightweight as possible. So I believe that DJI Action camera was the right choice for me this time. And now I'm really looking forward to testing it out. Okay, so now I will be heading out. Me and my mom are going into the city center. I think we're going to browse some stores and maybe get a coffee or something. We haven't decided yet. We're just going to see what we're in the mood for. But yeah, now's the perfect time to be testing out my new camera. I hope I'm going to like it and that it's going to be better than my GoPro. But we will just have to see. So yeah, let's go check it out. We took the subway into the city and spent a few hours just wandering around and checking out different shops. I tested out the camera along the way, but had some trouble dialing in the settings, especially to avoid flickering from certain lights. It's an easy fix though, with the right settings. Since filming this, I've used the camera a lot more and I really like it. Definitely worth the upgrade. I'd been wanting to try Soulcake since I've heard their cookies are delicious, but of course they were sold out. Turns out you can't show up late in the day if you want cookies. They still had a bunch of cupcakes left though, so we grabbed some to take home. Later, I headed over to my parents' place for dinner, which also meant I got to hang out and play with Penny. She is now 11 years old and still as playful as she was when she was a puppy.
Ser du på kamera? Der er deg, Penny. Se, der er deg. Der er deg.
Bare ballen er interessert i da. I've been wanting to try this boba tea place for a while now. I'm kind of obsessed with boba. I really like the vibe inside and they had a great selection of different boba teas on the menu. I never made a dedicated video about our flooring project, but I still have all the clips, so let's take a look. It all started when we wanted to lighten up the floor in our spare bedroom. To do that, the entire room had to be emptied. I've always loved collecting things, so the room quickly filled up with all my interests. Everything from game consoles, Pokemon cards, stuffed animals, to camera gear, yarn for knitting and crocheting, drawing supplies and all sorts of random stuff. We moved everything into the living room and it was seeing all my things spread out there that made me realize I want to get rid of a lot of it. I love stuff, but having so much of it also drives me a little crazy. It simply became overwhelming, so that's when the project of selling things began. So this is the room after we emptied it. We started painting the floor, and ended up doing 3 coats to cover the original color. Our technique was a bit off here and there, so it didn't turn out perfect, but all in all, it looks really good. So we've started to move everything back in, or maybe not everything, because this time this room is going to be even better than before, so it's not going to be as stuffed with things. But yeah, there are some changes here, which I'm very excited about. This is my old desk. It's very big. It's 160 centimeters, and I don't really need it to be this large. It's taking up so much more space than it needs to be. But we bought a new desk over there. I'm so happy with it. We bought it used, so we got a really nice deal. It's 120 centimeters, so it's 40 centimeters like shorter than this one, which I think is more than enough for us, or for me. It's mostly me working from home in here and gaming and editing and stuff, you know. So look at this. But I really like that we can adjust it, and I can be standing and working, and also I can fit my walking pad underneath it. So if I want to, I can walk and work. So now we're just trying to sell this, get rid of this. It feels like a new room, so it's very nice to just, yeah, do something different, but I think I like it. And if I don't, or get bored of it, we can just move it back again. So yeah. So this is what the room looks like so far. I'm still not completely done or satisfied with everything, but it's looking much better than it was. I still got a few boxes here and there across the apartment, like those boxes over here with Pokemon stuff. I think everything just needs to be in boxes for now, because I'm trying to sell most of it, so I won't be putting everything back. That's also kind of the point of doing all of this, so we can have more space and yeah, not as many things everywhere. This entire box is full of unopened Pokemon booster packs. Because I used to run a Pokemon card opening channel on YouTube, which was in Norwegian, and it was quite popular, I would say, but not like making money on it popular, because it was still a very small target audience. So yeah, I was doing that for a while, and I was buying tons of Pokemon packs to open, and I guess a lot of it has just been laying around, because I would be filming a lot of videos at once, but maybe only like once a month or something. So I didn't open any packs when I wasn't filming, because it felt like kind of a waste to be opening things for myself when I could be opening it on camera, you know. But then after a while I got kind of bored with my Pokemon content. I found it to be more exhausting than fun after a while, because I don't know, and just having to sort through everything, it got a bit overwhelming. So I guess that's just a chapter I will be closing now. I think it's time. Okay, so I guess I just have to put everything up for sale. I have to do research on what each pack is worth because it's different sets. So yeah, I have to do some research and then I will put everything up for sale. Another package ready. I just need to deliver this to a store and they will send it for me. But then it's all done. So that's it for this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a like and remember to subscribe if you haven't done it already. And hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye!